penetration tester, but also thoroughly enjoy networking tests. So yeah, really like getting my hands dirty and good fun. In my spare time, I enjoy playing zero day, making music, play the guitar, drinking whiskey, and watching stuff. So when it comes to watching stuff, I have a reasonably varied taste. I'm into some crime and serial killer shows. Comedy is always good. A little bit of sci-fi every now and then. But I find the more that I watch, the more I find myself waiting. Scenes are getting shorter, writers go on strike. Sometimes shows that play in the States take a year to show up in New Zealand. And this is becoming a bit of a problem for me. It's not a very patient to do. I demand entertainment. So I started thinking of some solutions to my problem. First off, maybe I should just try watching more shows. But it turns out I've actually lowered the bar so far already that if I lowered it any further, I watching Short in the Street or Home and Away for the rest of my life. Getting out of the house was next on the list. Unfortunately, when this project started, it was in the middle of winter, and it was closely followed by the Rugby World Cup, neither of which I really care much for. Third up, reading a book. I'm pro reading books. Books are great, but I just finished reading the Ruxcon again. And after that 900-page tome, I was really ready to embark on another reading adventure just yet. And the steps hacking stuff. Yeah, hacking stuff. So, I know a source of a decent amount of the stuff I watch, and that's Hollywood. And Hollywood films can have pretty large budgets. Presumably some of this money is spent on shiny, expensive software, or at least hiring people who use the shiny, expensive software. But of course, very expensive software isn't necessarily very secure software. These apps are probably just as likely to be buggy as hell as Firefox or Adobe Reader or Wolf's MP3 player. I figured if I hack the software, maybe I won't be waiting around as much, or at least if I hack enough, I won't realize I'm waiting. This gave me a new purpose in life. I had to keep myself entertained, and as a result of said entertainment, become more entertained. My goal was to find bugs that would enable me, if I was that kind of dude, to basically go straight to the studios and take the media before it was released. Cut out the studios, cut out the middleman, just, give me the good stuff. Of course, getting shells is also pretty high on my list. I like shells. I'm a fan. And also, a good motivator is being able to show the entire industry that the software they use is crap. There's a bit of needs a bit of extra work, or maybe a rewrite. The methodology I used, it wasn't really so much of a methodology. I didn't fuzz any of the applications. Okay, this may need some kind of build out slides and work through all the we'll see how it goes. So my goal was to look for applications that had the most testimonials from the big blockbusters, applications used by big studios. That would basically give me the biggest chance of, if I own these applications, I have a great likelihood of being able to penetrate the studio and get what I want. So we'll go on to the first bug, which is in scriptwriting. Every production created needs to have a story and a script. The scriptwriting software is designed to make this a little easier. So there's automatic formatting, linking of characters, you can have like tooltip settings, you can retype a character name a lot. Spell checking is kind of important. Spell checking. And some of them even have collaboration functionality. So you and your scriptwriting buddies can tap something out of the tubes. The first bug I'll be showing is in Final Draft, and this effect version is up to 8.02. The vendor was actually pretty good in this case. They responded pretty quickly, understood what the bug was interested in fixing the bug. Actually did manage to fix the bug and release the patch. They did stop responding to my emails. I'm sorry guys, I'm not really sure what's going on here. They did stop responding to my emails, but they did release the patch, so that's good, they actually patched it. And you can see James Cameron uses this, so he's done some stuff. It's a bit of text fix. Okay, so in this case, Final Draft supports multiple file formats. Some binary, but one being XML. It's a .fdx. So of course I'm going to create the XML file, which is much easier to work with binary. It turns out several fields in this file have no bounds check. So when the application developer was developing, he figured, oh, no one's ever going to have a character name that's longer than 100 characters, right? Or no one's going to have a location name that's longer than 200 characters. I mean, the actual box that you type this stuff into physically isn't that big, so it'll be fine, right? It wasn't so fine. It actually caused a brutal stack buffer. So when the application went to use any of the memory in the stack to read and write somewhere, we'll try and read and write through for one, which most of the time, and especially in this case, isn't about a memory use. And in which case, it's going to call the structured exception handler. Luckily for me, I control that as well. So there are a few exploit constraints for this bug. For a start, all the exploit code has to be ASCII printable, uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and some punctuation. For all cases except for ignored words, also all has to be uppercase. There was state ACH for all application components except for the base and depth. So this means I also need to have a null byte somewhere inside my code, which was a problem until I found out that ignored words, thankfully, is null terminated. So I can, when the application reads the file, the null byte goes to the front, and now I can address things base SQL, I can get shell and win it. So demonstration number 1. Here we have final draft. As you can see, it's a fairly better looking application. It's got different formatting types for character names, actor names, that kind of business. And it's got spell checking. See if found it, it's always a little bit better. And the user dictionary. This is where the ignored words and the word tag that I overflow exist. This is what I'm exploiting. So this dude, Sam, works in some studio, got a script from me. I'm a trustworthy guy. He thought, okay, let's have a look at tags and see what's in this file that might, make us think it's a little bit suspect. So that probably is a bit of an indicator that something isn't right. The dude's got a really long name, and it's enough New York logo. And at the very end here, as you can see, these 3 characters plus the null byte that terminated is the structure exception handler labels. So good old Sam, the script guy, is going to save my file, and presumably at some point open it, see if it's worth its while. And over here I've set up Metasploit, listening for reverse connection from the script guy's computer. So if he opens this file, we'll see a shell. Excellent. And now I have a shell on the script guy's computer. This is a good start. We're also going to drop to another Windows shell quickly and do a neat view and see if this guy also has a file share to a different host called Storyboarding count, which might come in handy real soon. So, our evil hacksaw has sent this nasty script to the script reviewer, who eagerly opened it and sent back a shell. This is excellent. Evil hacksaw now has a foothold on the corporate network. He's through the front door. Things are looking good. Which brings us to Act 2, Storyboarding. So storyboards are created to help plan short story development. It's basically taking the script and putting it into little pictures so people can see what the character should be doing, what the camera should be doing. So the guys that actually need to go and film this have a bit of a better idea of what it's meant to look like. The process was developed in the 1930s at Walt Disney and still used quite frequently. So the second application is Storyboard Quick 6. This vendor was pretty pathetic. I sent 2 emails to 3 different email addresses at the company, and no one really responded to me until eventually someone did. But once they figured out I didn't pay for the software, they stopped responding to me. So this bug has been patched. And there's actually 3 other flavors of the software, from Storyboard Artist, Storyboard Studio, Storyboard Pro, or something like that, which are probably also vulnerable, but I couldn't bring myself to pay $1500. And Google didn't have a link to it on their website. In this case, the bug is much like final drafts. It also supports XML files, and there's lack of bounds checking on a file name. So the developer, I guess, figured that no one ever have a file name longer than 200 characters long. The address I overflow is used as the source for a string copy operation. So I can point the source of the string copy operation to somewhere else in the file I'm using that contains my shell code, and basically copy all my shell code straight all over the stack. It's excellent. There's also a race condition with this application, so that if you start the application and click on something before the tag screen pops up, you use it as normal. Or if you start with a file, it loads the file and passes everything before an tag screen, puts up the tag screen. So if you want to buzz it, it's not really a problem. If you want to exploit it, it's not really a problem. I still don't have a license for it, but I can exploit it. It's excellent. out of there, and Z drive. So here we can see this directory, MS3 invasion of keys. And inside here the frames directory, and inside the frames directory we can see there's a few different frames, different storyboard frames. And this one's been used relatively recently. So it's probably a likely candidate for us to overwrite and be able to exploit the unique works in this project. So I'm just going to upload my own frame length now. Excellent. Set my material listener to video on port 5555 instead. For the reverse connect now. Dude comes back from the hub, decides he's going to do some work. Loads up my project. Oh, that's not what it's on. So, my demo Freeman check before so didn't clean up properly. Load the file, kind of hangs. Seems to be another shower. Excellent, but the application kind of frozen me. This dude's probably fairly pissed off that he can't do anything. So I'm just going to migrate to another process so that he doesn't close the application and my shell will be kind of lame. Pop somewhere else. And I'm also going to take a screenshot so I can see what he was doing before I started fucking with shit. Yeah, that looks good. And also I'm just going to do an IP config. I can see that this dude is, as well as on the network that the file share was running on another network as well. So this is working out well for me, because now through the first host, I've sent the file to the second host, owned that, and I have 2 footholds on the corporate network, and the second dude, you can tell my wonderful visual skills, is a leg going somewhere else that we haven't seen. Act 3 is VFX, visual effects, and animation. So software to render CGI is pretty common these days. Most productions use it in some capacity, even if it's just for like a trailer or an intro. If you see fires and explosions, bullets dropping out of the air, in the case of things like Shrek or Kung Fu Panda, pretty much the entire thing, it's all CGI. The applications that are used to generate this are quite complex, require a lot of repetitive tasks, lots of buttons to press, so most of them support scripting languages to automate stuff. Some of them support VBScript, some support JavaScript, there's a bunch of proprietary ones, and some support Python. The 2 applications I'm talking about today are Maya and Houdini, which are both world leaders in what they do. The big names, you can see some of the people that use it. DreamWorks, Lucasfilm, Sony Pictures have Interhack and Sony use both of these applications. And lots of game studios use them as well. They're the big names in the business. And they both support Python for automation, which is pretty sweet. Just import sys, import socket, and write your own Python reverse shell inside the Maya file. That's pretty sweet. The only problem again, much with Final Draft and Storyboard process, is you need to coerce something spoken in the file, or have a way of submitting it yourself. So this is what a Houdini file looks like, and it's got some dodgy Python in it. You basically add the Python as a session variable, and yeah, as the application runs, it runs all code. Everyone loves code, it's very handy. Maya is very simple, except it's all about nodes. So you need to create a script node, give it a name, attach some Python to it, and again, it pops up code. Can't have too many code. So demonstration number 3. This is Maya. As you can see, lots and lots of buttons. I don't know what most of them do, but I do know how to get a shell out. So we're broken this one out. I'm going to save it. You got it? CD or X? Handy. It kind of stops the rest of the processing of the file while it's running. But once you leave it, continues rendering. It's all good. Unfortunately, this laptop doesn't have enough memory to actually show the file. Some of the apps I'm showing, they need like 3 gigs each. So it's a bit of a squeeze. But yes, shell and Maya. Action number 4 is renderbots. This is a show of Pixar's renderbot from a couple of years ago. Creating these badass 3D animations requires a lot of processing power. If you're trying to do this on a cellular disk, it's probably going to take a bit longer than you expect. So renderbots and our animation teams spread the load of rendering across lots of different hosts. Each host will be running something like Maya or Houdini or RenderMan, and the renderfarm management software will dictate which of these hosts will be rendering what, at what time, and with what software. Kind of like a mini excellent quality, which is all really, really powerful to use. So the app I'm talking about today is Master. It's fixed versions up to 6.2. The vendor was very friendly, very interested in my SDK to hack it through Hollywood. Fixed the vulnerability quickly, it's always good. And yeah, this Master can be used to control all sorts of things. There's a list of about 20 different applications to control. And Battlestar Galactica used Master to render some of the stuff. Good. The bug in this case is in Master's web management interface, which is a homegrown web server that gets attacked on the side and doesn't do any kind of input filtering. So because of this, you can basically request any file and pass of the render master. It's excellent. And I'm going to show you why this is a problem. So if you look at the screenshot that I was looking for here, you'll see this dude's actually got a master login page up. So using some interpreter's funky business, add a port on 888 on my local host to the renderfarm manager. If I go to host 888, I should have master. Excellent. So now I'm hooking through the storyboard host to get to this. And there's a neat file that comes with master called master.db, which is an SQLite database. What pray tell is inside this SQLite database? The table called DB users. What pray tell is inside DB users? An encoded password. Not an encrypted password, mind, just an encoded password. So that's what good. Just put that into base 64. And you can see the password is hello hacksaws. Sweet. Alright, let's get us our renderfarm. So unfortunately there's only one node in my renderfarm because of my memory constraints. But you can imagine there could be tweaks with it here and there. So let's submit the dog. We'll say, hi to Rux. You can see all the applications that it supports. It's quite a list. But one of the things it supports is a generic script. What's a generic script? A generic script is a Windows patch file. Brilliant. So we can see here there was also a file share in that screenshot, rendered here on Y-drive. So I'm going to pop over here and maybe CD to Y-drive. Is that there? Oh yes, with a couple of my files. So I'm going to upload a file called home.bat and also funnycat.txt. And the script file I'm going to run is going to be home.bat. So it goes. Ideally, there we go. Starting job. Should say it's in progress soon. There we go. Excellent. Now, being this far inside the studio's network, I can't connect back out to the firewalls, really critical stuff. So I need to connect to it. So to do so, back in the interpreter, I'm going to add a route to this network with a metasploit. And then using the generic exploit handler, I'm going to change my payload. Instead of being reverse TCP, it's going to be bind TCP. So connect to host. The remote host in this case is 192.168, and the listening port funnycat.exe is 6666. Actually, I should show you what's in home.bat, sorry. Home.bat contains a firewall rule opener to allow funnycat.exe, and it runs funnycat.exe. Bit of that. Excellent. So now I'm hoping this is going through the storyboard host and onto the renderfarm manager. /render node, which happens to be the same thing again as the memory controls. That's good. One of the wonderful things about the render client is that it runs a system. So immediately you can do things like dumping the hash and all the other wonderful stuff do once you've got a system. Again, another IP config will show that while I'm on that 192.168 network, I'm also on another network as well. So I'm getting a right into the guts of the studio at this point in time, which is, again, very good. I can almost smell the media I so design. Again, my video diagram is pivoted through the storyboard host down to the renderfarm manager. And he's on another network as well, which we haven't quite seen. my guess this takes place near the end of the filmmaking process, and pretty much involves stitching together all of the clips and scenes that might be rendered throughout the pre-production and production process into a nice big film for you to watch. There's your fixed stuff, so there's color inconsistencies, like something's black and white scene, and grey, yellow, or green. You can apply filters to smooth that all out. Some of you even have a single button to remove camera shaking, so if a cameraman is looking over on the day, it's not the end of it, there's an app for that. The final app I'll be showing is Avid Houdini Exploitation. This fixed version's up to 5.5.3, which until like 2 days ago was the latest version, but now I have another one to screw. So that's my goal for next week. This vendor was the worst. Of all the vendors I approached, this was the only one that had a dedicated application security team. But they don't manage security of their application. Anyway, I called the application security manager. They were in Boston, so this involved me staying up until 2 a.m. to call. Wasn't in the best mood. But yeah, she didn't answer my calls, she didn't return my voicemails, she didn't return my emails. Oh, screw you then. I'll try the principal developer. Maybe the guy who codes the stuff will care of it. Oh, no, I'm not the right guy for that. Poor reception. She'll point me in the right direction. So I thought maybe, as a last call, I'll try the director of product management. Surely the guy who's marketing the stuff will have some interest in making sure it's not vulnerable to help. Oh no, we're aware of those problems and we're fixing them. So I haven't told them what the functional. So I suggested maybe when you compare notes, make sure we've covered all the bases, make sure we still have 0 day. Oh no, we're not interested this time. Okay, fine. Well, they've released 3 versions now since then, and the bug's still there. So, good work, Avid. And you can see some of the uses of Avid. Use Iron Man 2, Avatar, even Chorus. It's pretty much the #1 app for video editing. And it ships with a vulnerable, globally listening mirror there. The first thing I saw when I saw this thing pop up, like it was like, oh, this app wants to listen to all interfaces. Okay, sure, why not? Let's see how this is working out. Okay, it's got 3,000 pages to it. Oh, it had died. Awesome. It also imports about 60 or 70 DLLs. Over 30 DLLs. I think it's more like 40 or 50 DLLs. So it's really trivial to exploit. It actually took less than an hour for me to install it and then exploit it and have a working remote shell. So can everyone please give a round of applause to Avid for creating a remotely exploitable video editor. Okay, finally.
Sorry, question. What's 2,000 times by 41?
That's 20,000 A's. 41 is the next growth for A.
Oh,
okay, so I'm just going to use that same auto route trick to add 10, 0, 100, 0 to my neighbor. I would show you what's getting through here behind this host, but you get bored. I get bored. So put it in the background and use the exploit model. Exploit windows, miscellaneous. Excellent. And the remote host is 10, 0, 100, 128. Again, I have to use a bind payload because this is too deep inside the anyway. And listening port can be 999. All things being equal, this will give me a shower. So this is now pivoting through the storyboard host, the owned render node, popping 3 stages into the network to own the video editing PC right in the corner. It's taking a while. It will get there eventually. Get your idea. Interpreters break up. Working on. Yep, that's meant to say edit suite, but I reverted to a snapshot today, so it doesn't say edit suite. Okay. If I go down 3 directories, you see there's a directory called finished. Oh yeah. What's finished? Oh, it's a very point. Beautiful. Mission success. So I'll download that. Let it go in the background. So excellent. I have now tunneled through pretty much their entire network to get to the video editor's PC in the corner, which doesn't have internet access, and funneled the movie all the way back out to my couch, where I can sit and have some beer and have some pizza and potentially fire a BitTorrent client. So in conclusion, it turns out that Hollywood is very, very happy. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I walked pretty much straight through it. posting part of the same bug different app. These are really, really trivial stack overflows. Pretty much all the bugs took less than 6 hours to identify and exploit. Anyway, by chaining the bugs I'll show you today together with a little bit of social engineering, if you are so inclined, you can probably get right into the guts of a number of studios and get what you want. Yeah, my goal to keep myself entertained for a few months was very successful. Thankfully now new seasons have started, there's more stuff to watch, I don't need to go through such pedestrian methods to get what I want. And that was run shell every 9.65. So it was one 0-day shell every 9.65 a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, now it's 14 today on 0-day. Hope this presentation lifted the top of it, some of the bugs scuttled out. I feel I need to have a disclaimer here that no studios were harmed in the making of the presentation because I got some really funny, I had some really funny conversations after I gave the peer com. All the advisories and exploit code and the slides will be uploaded in the next week or two. So yeah, thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. And I'm just going to finish up by playing the loop that I acquired. Excellent.